Thank you, thank you. Well, first of all, this is a real treat for me because normally I do these things by myself. And on this whole run, the fellas have decided to come out with me. So I want you to give a big warm hand to Brad Cheeseman on bass. And Kim Ratcliffe on guitar. Yeah. Now, this is mainly about the drums tonight, but you know, they'll chime in from time to time too. So, the first thing I want to really ask is, well, how many drummers are out there, first of all? Oh, so most of you drummers. Okay, so I'm going to do a little thing here. All right. What kind of drummer are you? Okay.
I know.
That's actually a good idea. I mean, good answer. How about you?
Mainly metal.
Metal.
Basic rock.
Basic rock. Who else is a drummer? You're a drummer, no?
Yeah.
And you are?
Rock.
Okay. A little thrashing. And back row, right, I think? Okay. Here, pass the mic down to the drummer.
Yeah, that's my kind of drummer. The rock, 70s rock, and just funk,
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
rock, jazz, and marching band, and marching
Oh,
snack.
okay. All right. Anybody else?
Pots and pans.
Pots and pans? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, you guys have seen me play. What kind of drummer am I?
That one.
Eclectic.
Eclectic. Okay. Yeah. Jazz fusion. I'm honored. I try. Okay, so wait a minute. So if jazz fusion, then so we don't play stuff like. You don't play that kind of stuff, do we? Or do we? What about we play that stuff? Is that a jazz thing? Could be. Is that like now that's jazz? No? No? What about
Absolutely.
so what kind of drummer am I then? Is that
Versatile.
okay? What I am is the backbone of the rhythm section. The backbone of the rhythm section. So in truth, it really doesn't matter what kind of drummer I am. There's a few things that every drummer really has to try to take care of and do their best to master if they're going to successfully play in a group, right? And I'm going to try to address a few of these things. And oh yes, some of you are going to be up here playing, so get good and nervous. Okay. What's the most important thing that a drummer does? I ask every student of mine this question. Most important thing, sir?
Keeps the beat.
Okay, that's it. Keeps the beat.
Time. Keeps time.
Ah.
Keeps time.
See that loud and
Keeps
strong?
time.
Oh. Keeps time. Right? That is the absolute most important thing. Priority number one. In fact, when I went to New York to audition at the Manhattan School of Music, don't fall, Aubrey, I really didn't have a whole lot under my belt. I didn't think I did, at least. But I studied with this great teacher in Toronto, Jim Blackley. Who knows Jim Blackley? Oh, of course. Philippe knows Jim Blackley. Absolutely. Well, that's what he focused on. And when I went there, I had nothing really going on as far as I thought. But I sure was sensitive to tempo. So when I started to play, we played C Jam Blues in this audition, and the bass player was like, pick this one. I didn't play anything. I mean, all I did was keep a real steady, I think I did this. I mean, I did nothing. so good, I got into the school. You know what I mean? So the lesson with that is a group would rather have a very steady, straight drummer than a drummer who's trying to do a whole lot, but the time is moving all over the road, right? So that really should be your main focus. So one of the things, one of the exercises I love to do, and who wants to get up and play first? Wow, it's like, I'm gonna start choosing people now. This is what you get. Oh, thank you. I didn't want to have to come and drag you up. Beautiful. Okay, have a seat. What's your name? Vaughn. What we're going to do, man, is we're going to use the metronome. Does everybody own a metronome? Nice.
I do.
You're the only one in this crowd who owns a metronome? All hands should go up. Yes, we all own metronomes because we're drummers. We all own.
We share.
It's like for me, there's my mom. She's like right here. There's my dad, who's right there. These days, there's my wife. And then somewhere in there's the metronome, like in the middle of all that. That's how important the metronome is to me. So now we're going to put this on. It's set to 40 beats per minute. Okay? And we're going to be playing a blues, like one of those blues. B flat.
The drummer's calling the key.
I'm telling the key. I can't help myself.
You stay on that side of the stage.
Okay, so it's going to be that kind of feel, okay? All right, you're going to be fine. It's going to be cool. I just turned this thing off. Wow. I'm going to turn this towards you so you can hear it. You feeling it? All right, here you go. So you count them in. Not easy, huh? Hey. So, how do we conquer a tempo at that speed? What were you trying to do there?
Find out where the bass drum and the snare went.
Correct. Anything else going on?
I remember being told. Anyways, I remember being told if all of a sudden you can't hear the metronome, that means you're on time with the metronome.
And you definitely did that a few times, didn't you? Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna try it now. I don't think I'm gonna do a whole lot better, but I'm gonna try. We'll try to keep it together, and I'm gonna do something that is really the key to this. Hold on a second. In the lion's den we go.
tunes, but we're going to get carried away, so. I know, especially with y'all. These two, they're firecrackers, these two. Anyway, could you hear what was happening with me? Could you hear, what was I doing between the beats? In between the beats, yeah. So it's not the actual beat that you're playing that's really a focal point. It's what's happening in the space between the beat. And that is something that never changes regardless of what kind of music you're playing. You're always thinking about what is happening in the space. The note is just the target, but everything's happening in between each note. So what I'm doing is I'm subdividing each of those beats. So when I hear the metronome, the first thing I do, I go triplet, triplet. If it's in 4/4, in this case it'd be strong lead beat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3. Now I actually wouldn't count to 12 in truth. It'd be more like that's what was happening while I was playing that. So I'm keeping track of the stuff in between. Wow, that's annoying, isn't it? but still, and by the way, that's another thing. I love click tracks. A lot of people are nervous with click tracks, like in the studio. I love them because it takes a whole weight of pressure off of the situation.
Brad Cheeseman and Kim Ratcliffe were on topic. So before I get to the gig, I just want to mention that